Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're breaking down the newest developments in the Holly Johnson and Ramika Meeks case out of Illinois. Because Holly Johnson has now been arrested with no bond, she has a new court date set for December the 23rd. We're going to talk about what this arrest really means, what happens next, and how the social media streets played a major role in pushing the situation forward. Let's get into it. Holly is being held in Illinois where certain charges, especially high-level charges, do not automatically qualify for bond. Her legal team must request a hearing asking the judge to release her, most likely under strict conditions like an ankle monitor. On December the 23rd, Holly will be back before the judge. This hearing will determine whether she could go home while the case moves forward or whether she must remain in custody. The date is extremely important because it sets the tone for the rest of the legal process. Even though she is being charged with first-degree murder, a lot of people do not see how that lines up with a situation where Holly claims she was defending herself. Illinois prosecutors often start with the highest charge and later review the evidence to determine whether the charge actually fits. Depending on what comes out in court, we could see a downgrade in the charge, a full self-defense argument, or the case going all the way to trial. Many people believe Holly will take this to trial because that is where every single detail, evidence, message, history, and video will finally come out. Now, let's talk about the real issues. Social media pressure played a huge role in the arrest. Ramika Meeks supporters have been extremely loud online, creating pages, going live, tagging officials, pushing hashtags, and constantly demanding that Holly be arrested. But here's where things get messy. They expect for everyone else to think exactly how they think. If you don't, if you believe in self-defense, if you believe the situation was more complicated, if you question the narrative being pushed, then suddenly you're mean, you're evil, you're insensitive, and you're disrespectful. They treat Holly supporters like villains simply for having a different opinion. But the last time I checked, adults are allowed to think for themselves. Adults are allowed to wait for evidence. Adults are allowed to believe in self-defense. So, because that's exactly what's happening, some of Ramika supporters have been harassing Holly supporters, Holly's family, name-calling, disrespecting people online, creating hostile environments and comments and groups, trying to silence anyone whose opinion doesn't match theirs, and attacking people who weren't even involved in a situation, which y'all know that is very crazy. And the saddest part is someone has already lost their life. This should have brought maturity, empathy, and respect, but instead, some adults are out here acting like the internet is a battlefield, as if attacking strangers online will bring justice or change the outcome. Everyone doesn't have to think the same, everyone doesn't have to pick the same side, and nobody deserves to be bullied for simply having an opinion. So what happens next for Holly Johnson? Here's what we can expect moving forward. Probably, the word is probably, a motion for her release. Her attorney probably will request that she be allowed to go home with monitoring, like an ankle bracelet. Okay, so next will be a full evidence review. Everything will be analyzed, the confrontation, messages, videos, and what led up to the situation. Next, continued social media pressure because neither side is letting up anytime soon. Possibly a trial. Holly may choose to fight this all the way through and let the jury decide. And trust me, when all the evidence comes out in the courtroom, there will be things that many people aren't ready for. So Holly sits in custody waiting for December the 23rd while the internet continues to battle it out every day. But one thing is clear. You cannot bully people into thinking your way. You cannot shame people into silence. So, with all the mature adults, please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I'll keep you updated as this case continues to unfold. Thank you.